Do we know people around us? Do we know friends and family around? Or do we just know the performance everybody is putting? Because the more I reflect on life, it feels like all of us are putting up a performance. And I realize that this performance, mostly because the world is cruel and judgmental, and I don't know, surviving is hard. Making your place in the world is hard. And let's say if you're going through the downward graph, you are too vulnerable. Maybe you want to make a shield around you, and and you don't want to show people that you're drowning. And I get that. I understand that. The other times, I feel like I'm not living in a real world at all. When I was 22, I really wanted to start a business. And I wanted to start a business because I really did not want to do a 9 to 5. And I wanted to be creative. I wanted to create something of my own, and I wanted to be proud of myself. And I did it. I did start my business. I did have a successful business for my age. But as I started to go deep into my business, I realized that I was not operating by the same values. And those values were like really freedom for myself and, and freedom and dignity for myself. And I started comparing myself to other people, and everything became stats and revenue and money and how cool I would look in front of other people. And I realized everyone in the consulting community was doing the same, and hype marketing was a thing. I've been taught this by so many consultants, hype things up. And they do work, and I do understand their importance in a certain context. But if you gotta do that all the time, then it is problematic and it's not who you are. And when I started becoming really uncomfortable with that, I started observing people around me. And I realized that most of us are living in performance. Look at Instagram. Instagram has become an app where it's just constant performance, just showing the best absolute parts of your life directed so well to go on your feed. And that's made me really uncomfortable, because if we really look at life and if we look at people around us, everybody's life is not picture perfect curated Instagram. Life is happening as it should. People don't have everything figured out in their 20s. Not everybody becomes a millionaire in their 20s. Yes, internet has given an opportunity to a very small percentage of people you see on the internet, but most like other people, they are just living normal lives, navigating lives, highs and lows of lives. And that is what life is for everybody. Nobody has it all together that they don't have to do life anymore. And that is what I hate about performative culture. I had this friend who I admired in my 20s, and he would just be the friend who knew how to present himself. He knew how to dress himself well, he knew how to speak, he knew what to say, and his presentation, he knew the perfectly curated pictures one should put on the internet. And I just sometimes reflect on the good and bad of that friendship. I learned a lot of how to present myself from it. But I also lost that person because I guess I don't know, he went too much into his own world that he really hurt me beyond repair. And I guess to him, how the entire presentation or how it went in his mind, maybe I don't know, from my perspective, he didn't care about the originality of life. And that just did not sit well with me so much that it really I started questioning everything, because in my 20s that friendship was important to me. And since then I've really constantly questioned myself. I'm not a perfect person. I have achieved some things in life that I'm proud of, I'm happy about, but there are so many things I'm clueless about and I don't have it figured out together. But I just want to live a fulfilled life, which is full of highs and lows. I want to create, I want to express myself, but in no way do I have a picture perfect life. And that's the message I wanted to put across, because I do know people and friends who have spoken to me, confessed to me that world is really cruel. If you show world your total vulnerabilities, they are just going to come for you. And I know that part holds true as well. But I think being conscious and being aware, and knowing where to draw the boundary, it's very important. Otherwise, we might lose ourselves completely. We might not even know each other at all, and we might be living in a totally fabricated world. That's all for today. Do let me know what you think.